London Heathrow Airport, 7:14 a.m. Senator Jonathan D. Vance steps off the private jet with the assured gait of a man used to people standing when he enters a room. Tailored navy suit, flag pin, and an entourage. 2 aides, thick. London, huh? Let's see if it lives up to the fuss. His assistant chuckles on cue. Ritz London Hotel, presidential suite. J.D. Vance sips overpriced coffee. They drive on the wrong side, but they pour a decent espresso. He's here for a diplomatic meet and greet. But truthfully, he came to be admired abroad the way he is back home. The schedule says Buckingham Palace, cultural tour, 11 a.m. Let's see how serious their boys with fuzzy hats really are. In the hotel lobby, a UK liaison offers etiquette notes. Royal guards are not to be approached, sir. They are ceremonial but active duty. Interaction is discouraged. J.D. waves her off. Active duty? While posing for tourists? Please, I have 6 bodyguards who do more work at a fundraiser. Buckingham Palace, 10:58 a.m. The plaza hums with visitors. Children lean over ropes. Tourists take selfies with the unflinching red-coated guards in the distance. Vance walks forward confidently. His entourage stays just behind. He doesn't walk to the rope. He walks through it. He stands face to face with Royal Guard Carter Wells, 33. Still, focused. Expression unreadable. Vance smirks. At ease, soldier. Nothing. I'm a sitting U.S. senator. I believe that outranks whatever this is. Still nothing. You may salute now. The crowd stirs. Phones rise. The guard doesn't move, doesn't blink, but his eyes lock onto Vance's. Vance steps closer. I said, wham! A boot strikes the courtyard sharply. Not toward Vance, but beside him. Guard Carter Wells turns. Full formation, and for the first time in 20 years of guarding. He speaks. You are not in command here, sir. You are not on American soil. And you do not command the uniform of the crown. Step back. Immediately. The tone is neutral. Military. Unshakable. The courtyard goes silent. A child whispers to their mother, Mom, is he in trouble? Vance freezes, then laughs. So it talks. Finally. He turns to his assistant. Get their boss on the phone. Back at the hotel, Vance is greeted by embassy staff. Their faces are stiff. We've received formal notice, Senator. From the palace? From the Ministry of Defense. They hand him a letter. It's brief, 1 paragraph, written in clean, cold prose. No representative of a foreign government has the right to interfere with ceremonial military personnel of the United Kingdom. This behavior constitutes a breach of protocol and respect. He sets it down. Silent. Overnight, the video hits social media. The headline, U.S. Senator tries to command Royal Guard. gets put in his place. Millions of views, thousands of comments. That guard didn't move an inch, but he hit harder than any punch. You don't tell the Queen's Guard what to do. American arrogance on full display. In his suite, Vance stares at himself. No press conferences, no apologies, no spin. He replays the video again, zooms in on Carter Wells's face. Still, unflinching, unmoved. And yet, the look in his eyes, Vance can't explain it, but he feels it. A British historian from the ministry pays him a visit. Elderly, cordial, he lays a file on the table. Inside, the complete military record of Carter Wells. 3 deployments, Silver Cross for valor, volunteered for ceremonial duty after an IED took part of his hearing. The historian says simply, "He doesn't stand because he's told to, Senator. He stands because he's earned the right to protect silence." Vance walks alone. No aides, no media, just him. He walks the length of the palace square and watches. Guards don't move, don't speak. But now, he sees what he missed. Tourists step carefully. Children go quiet. Even pigeons keep a respectful distance. It's not fear, it's reverence. That evening, Vance finds a letter in his inbox from his father, retired U.S. Colonel. "Saw what you did. What you forgot is that soldiers don't salute people. They salute the principles behind the uniform. That guard reminded you. I'm proud he did." Vance calls the liaison. "Is there a way to speak to the guard?" She pauses. "They don't usually allow." "I'm not asking to film it. I'm asking to earn it." Next morning, before ceremony, Vance is escorted quietly through a side entrance. In a stone hall stands Carter Wells, already in uniform. Vance approaches. "I came to apologize." No response. He continues. "I mistook stillness for submission. But you weren't still. You were stronger than I've ever been." Carter doesn't reply, but slowly, he lifts his hand. Not a salute. A simple gesture. Open palm, over heart. A soldier's recognition. Not of rank, but of respect regained. Vance flies home that evening. No press briefings, no victory tour. Just one final statement to his aide. Sometimes the loudest man in the room is the weakest. And sometimes the quietest breaks you without saying a word. Washington, D.C. 1 month later. A grand ballroom. Flags, speeches, medals. Senator Vance walks slowly to the podium. Room full of decorated veterans. He clears his throat. "I've delivered hundreds of speeches in rooms like this. But I've never stood before men who taught me something I didn't already think I knew." He holds up a photo. A still image of Carter Wells. Eyes forward, lips sealed. A shadow of power in his poise. "This man said nothing to me, but reminded me of everything I forgot." Vance finishes the speech. but the photo remains projected on the big screen. One veteran whispers, "Is that the guard guy?" Another nods. The American senator who tried to bark orders? They watch in silence, but not judgmentally. There's reverence now. Back in London. Carter returns to his locker after duty. He finds an envelope. Plain. No stamp. No seal. Inside, a small U.S. pin. And a card that simply reads, "I finally understood what my father meant. You never moved, but you shook me to my core." J.D. Weeks later. Carter stands again outside the palace. Same boots, same uniform. But tourists look differently now. A child steps forward and salutes. Carter doesn't move, but his gaze shifts, just slightly, toward the child. He doesn't smile. He doesn't flinch. But somehow, the child smiles back, proudly. You don't have to shout to command a room. You don't have to fight to win a war. Sometimes, the man who stands still moves more hearts than any general ever could.